Okay, so firstly, congratulations for the Runway 34. The trailer looked amazing.
Thank you.
You are the part of it, and it's a big banner movie. So
Yeah.
tell us something about your role and how did you get the role?
Oh, well, it's quite a sad story. I was lockdown chal raha, obviously, and then at that time I had no purpose in life. Used to shut myself in the room for 8 to 9 hours a day and just paint. And I'm also a model. I know a few casting directors, I know a few agencies, and they used to keep on sporadically giving me auditions in order to test it at home and send it to them, but I just gave up. I was really depressed at that time. I was like, nahi dena. But when I saw this audition scene, it was so crisp and small and nice that I felt like, okay, I'll just give it a shot. I recorded it at home. It was of an air hostess. That came very naturally to me. And I recorded at home one shot and I gave it only to get a call back within a week from anti-casting agencies saying that, okay, I got the part. And that kind of gave me some purpose, some sense of belonging in life, and it kind of got me out of the bad headspace that I was in.
और किस तरह का किरदार है आपका जानना चाहूँगा.
मेरा किरदार, I'm playing an in-flight executive, playing an air hostess who heads the whole crew. And भाई ये movie उसी पे ही है. It's based on a true event of this Jet Airways who can't land because of bad weather, and they were coming from Doha to Kochi, and yeah, zero visibility, bad weather, which is why he couldn't land. And इसमें पूरा journey दिखाई है कि हम कैसे, what the passengers, what the crew, what the pilot goes through if you can't really land in normal conditions. So the first half of the movie is all about the struggle, and yeah, I'm a part of that struggle. मैं इससे ज़्यादा अपने बारे में, अपने किरदार के बारे में बता नहीं पाऊँगी, but yeah, it was a very fulfilling role.
Tell us the experience of working with Ajay Devgan. He's the director of the movie and he's also the leading and captain of the ship when we call the captain of the ship. Yes. Tell us how was your experience working with him?
With Ajay sir, the experience was everything that I didn't think. It was so chill. It was super chill because he's quite an intense actor. You know, when you see his work, you feel like, oh, he must be very intense in real life as well. But when he used to come on set, he gives me a very Delhi vibe because I didn't feel like that I'm meeting him or talking to him for the first time. He was all chill. He let you be. He let you do your own thing as a director. मैं उनसे पूछती थी after the cut कि कुछ add on करूँ, बताओ, कुछ बोलो. He's like, सब सही है, सब सही है. So yeah, it was सब सही during set.
And there is also one more stunt you have done, and which is visible in the trailer.
Yeah.
So tell us the story behind it.
Yeah, very interesting, and I'm very, very proud of myself because there's this whole crew that was invited, especially from abroad, for this. So they used to put a harness on all of us combined because there was a few people, there were a few passengers who were doing this, you know, dream sequence, slow-mo scene where he thinks that the plane has crashed and we are all going to die. So we are up in the air. So before the actual shoot of the scene, we were practicing it for a good 4 to 5 hours with the harness, and up in the air they used to make us practice different kind of stunts. They used to tell us, they used to ask us, "Acha batao, what all can you do? Can you cartwheel? Acha, you go with your instincts and all." So I was like, okay, try kiya, bahut bari try kiya, and I was one of the main lucky ones who made the cut. And हमारे choir director साहब, who never says anything after the cut, he just moves on. So after that particular scene that I gave, he came up to me, he patted on my back and he's like, very nice.
And if you want to pick any best part of the scene with Ajay sir, what will be that? Any BTS moment?
Best part, वो मैं बता नहीं सकती. वो मेरे लिए secretly best part था क्योंकि वो scene के बारे में बात नहीं कर सकती. But वैसे usually best part ये भी था because हमारा first half सिर्फ struggle है, सिर्फ suicidal. ऐसा लग रहा था कि हम कभी भी मर सकते हैं. So that दहशत, that fear, that he really helped me to get onto that, saying that okay, you're a single mom, you're playing a single mom in the movie, so you're going to die, you're never going to meet your son, just imagine. So he really helped me take out that anger, that frustration, that fear, and I'm like crying, and I'm really proud of that scene, and it's all thanks to Ajay sir.
And what is the one thing you have learned from this role?
One thing that I've learned from this role, that it's changed my life, mentally, personally, as well as professionally. I know it will change my life. So I'm extremely grateful.
And Amit Ji is also there. Amit Ji, we all know, is the living legend in India, across the world. Tell us something. How was your experience working with him? You had a conversation. You said something when you met first time.
वो बहुत funny है और वो जब सेट के अंदर आते हैं तो सब एकदम चुप हो जाते हैं like how the principal is walking but principal is funny but out of respect उनके सामने कोई कुछ नहीं बोल पाता. Unfortunately I don't have a one-on-one dialogue with him but I'm in the same court scene as him and I have seen him rehearse his 2 lines at least 50 times. He is so passionate. The director wants to move on. Everything is perfect but if he is not feeling it he'll be like director साहब एक और करते हैं. So he is still date so passionate and he's like I felt like he was a debutant. He was a child on set who wanted to give his best shot every time. That was very inspiring.
Is there any moment would you like to share with Amit Ji in personal? You had a conversation with him. Is there anything you had asked?
I didn't ask him anything. It's just that उनका close shot चल रहा था and I'm on set. It's very funny and I'm chewing away. कभी मैं green tea मंगवा रही हूँ अपने spot दादा से, कभी मैं अपना biscuit मंगवा रही हूँ. And I had no idea that he was noticing me. I'm having my dry fruits and he's doing his close-up shots and I'm eating it very secretly, very privately, very quietly. The next day he comes on set and he gives me this whole double of biscuits. He's like, ma'am, chew away, khate raho, and everybody started laughing and I'm like, I can't believe Amitabh Bachchan was noticing me khana khate hue. He's like, aap bahut khate ho, aap khate raho aur khao. So yeah, he's quite funny.
Was that a funny moment
for you
or embarrassing?
Both. I had no idea what to do. Do I cry and like, sir, मैं इतना नहीं खाती? But nahi, the way he did it and he kissed my hand and it was funny. Everybody laughed on set and ever since it became a joke. All the spot dadas used to just cross me and be like, ma'am, biscuit? I was like, calm down on the biscuits. So yeah.
Okay, so and if you want to pick any best thing that you have learned from him, because when we meet the legend, we always learn something.
Yeah.
Any moment that you have learned and that will be with you in the rest of your life.
Yes, one thing I've learned from him that how he rehearses again and again and he never takes even a single day off. He never for a minute thinks that he's Amitabh Bachchan. He prepares, he over prepares and he's so passionate about every dialogue and every emotion that he puts in front of the camera that he doesn't take his job for granted. That's what I've learned noticing him, that never take even a single day for granted.
So tell us something, modeling to acting, and now the big banner movie is coming up. So how's the first struggle life when you were model, now to you're actor?
Yeah.
So tell us something about the story behind it.
There was no story, I just got it by, I don't know, before this I have bagged by Panchmi Garvi casting. Before this I have bagged a web show as a lead. It's called Udan Patolas. It's under Applause Production. So वो मेरे लिए एक kind of field था जिसमें मैं experience करूँ, मैं देखूँ whether I'm made for this acting or not, because that role really helped me kind of sharpen my skills as an actor. And now that I've bagged this feature film, I took all that wisdom that I learned from my show and just put it all in. So there was no, it was not a deliberate decision. It was just happened by fluke, and I'm so glad it happened because I can't go back. अब मुझे सिर्फ acting करनी है because I've tasted that blood.
And what is the one thing similar between acting and modeling?
Emotions. सारे कहते हैं models are like very deadpan face. Not at all. Not at all. उनको आप एक bridal campaign दो, video shoot करते हैं, the way they emote through their eyes, it adds on, you know, on the journey of an actor. So yeah.
And different things that you've seen in modeling and acting?
Different तो बहुत है, but यही है, models भी बहुत मेहनत करते हैं, उनकी भी 12-hour shift होती है, and actors की भी, but there is, मैं as such pick point नहीं कर सकती, वो universe A है, ये universe B है, बस.
And now the movie is going to come, so are you nervous, are you excited? Tell us something about it.
I'm numb right now. I was nervous and now it's just releasing in 2 days. I'm excited too, but I'm zen. Every time I feel a little anxious, I close my eyes, Bhagwan ka naam yaad karo, and just calm down. Everything is in his hand, just put it all out there in the universe. Jo likha hai wo hoega.
And if you want to pick 2 things that will remain with you throughout your career, 2 best things, what will be that? From the movie section.
2 best things from the movie.
Yeah.
That will always be with me.
Yeah.
The bond that I've made with Ajay sir will always be there with me. And I also gifted him a Shiv Puran once the shooting ended, because we both are worshippers of Lord Shiva. So that bond will always stay with me, and I hope I get to cherish it for the rest of my life. Wo kabhi na bigre, touch wood. And the second will be like, nobody can take away the fact from me that I did my debut role with Amitabh Bachchan. So that will always stay with me.
Okay, so Rakul Preet is also there in the movie.
Yeah.
So tell us something about the Rakul Preet. What is the best thing about Rakul Preet?
The best thing about her is her smile. Again, उनके साथ कोई ऐसा as such one-on-one shoot या था नहीं कोई scene, but जो भी मैंने उनके साथ set में time बिताया, she is so cool. She's always smiling. She's like a typical Miss India, you know. She's so warm. उनको देख के like you feel proud that, oh wow, what a beautiful Indian woman that she is.
And the best thing you have learned from her?
Best thing I've learned from her is her patience, because we were chit-chatting over tea, and she told me, and her hard work and demeanor, because she says कि मैं 3 दिन से ज़्यादा छुट्टी लूँ तो मुझे बुरा लगता है. I am such a workaholic, and I think that was the coolest thing that I've ever heard coming out of today's woman's mouths. I was like, I want to be like her.
Okay, so when you got this role, so किसको जाके सबसे पहले आपने बताया? क्या I got this role, Amitabh Bachchan is there, Ajay Devgan sir is there, Rakul Preet sir is there.
मैंने सबसे पहले अपनी sister-in-law को बताया था, who used to fly for Jet Airways. She was an in-flight executive and she was pregnant at the time. So I went to the kitchen where she was like making a drink for herself, and I was like, Bhabhi, I got a role and I'm going to be playing you. She looks at me, she's like, kya, pregnant? I was like, no, I'm going to be playing you, the air hostess for Jet Airways. So yeah, I told my sister-in-law the first.
Did you make any preparation from this role? Anything that you have talked to someone like air hostess? Did you had a word with someone?
Yeah, absolutely. So I asked my sister-in-law only for the preparation, like how do you communicate with the passengers, and if the passenger is troubling you, how do you still maintain that calmness and with a smiling face? So she says that she has been working for Jet Airways for the past 13 years. So yeah, she did give me some notes that I had in mind before I entered the set.
And what note was that?
Again, the kind of training that they go through and how you have to be smiling and polite all the time, because I'm not that polite. I'm very Punjabi and Delhi. So she did tell me that you can't do it, even you can't snap even for a second, otherwise it's going to show on your face, which it does because I have a very transparent face. So yeah, all these pinpointers that she gave me, and yeah, it was like cakewalk.
Okay, so now the few days are left. So tell us something. What kind of are you excited? Are you nervous from these 2 days? Just 2 days left from your role to come in the big screen.
I'm very excited. I'm not nervous at all, क्योंकि अब जो हो गया, जैसे acting करनी थी कर ली. अब nervous लेके कुछ होगा भी नहीं. Nervous होके कुछ नहीं होगा. But just really looking forward to it, and I really hope that it opens new doors for me.
And what are your expectations from the audience?
No expectation from the audience. It's okay. अच्छा लगा सही, नहीं अच्छा लगा तब भी सही, क्या करूँ? Sorry, but इससे ज़्यादा मैं expect नहीं करती. It's not in my nature.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.